On live right now, and this is what the phone says. Okay, and it just turned on the Wi-Fi on my phone. So let's look at the frequency bands that this phone is transmitting on. 1680, 1689, 1707, 1698, 1695, 1582, 1551, 750, 1490, 1420, 1301, 1487, 1692, 1692, 1707, 1286, 1273, 1707, 1677, 1692, 1072, 1760, 1466, 791. Oh my gosh, 1383, 1099, 1151. Can you see this? Hopefully I'm recording this. 1240, 1286, 1707, 1408, 1044, 959, 1689, 1811, 977, 1167, 1020, 1695, 1435, 1420, 1392, 1393, 1713, 1246, 1212, 1255, 1707, 1243, 1710, 1710, 1707, 1723, 1689, 1429, 1643, 1686, 1270, 1356, 1712, 1206, 1280, 1212, 1701, 1710, 1215, 1698, 1784, 1365, 1258, 1411, 1719, 1335, 1723, 1267, 1420, 1347, 1317, 1300, 1300, 1300, 1400, 1700, 1400, 1460, 1509, 1416, 1704, 1710, 1399, 1402, 1704, 1710, 1445, 1713, 1500, 1707, 1506, 1490, 1784, 1518, 1536, 1472, 1490, 1503, 1710, 1503, 1512, 1716, 1829, 1417, 1475, 1784, 1484, 1463, 1716, 1616, 1496, 1704, 1600, 1613, 1582, 1700, 1658, 1719, 1704. By the way, this thing's pretty much pegged on red the whole time this is going on. 1625, 1579, 1707, 1533, 1582, 1716, 1707, 1591, 1524, 1585, 1713, 1567, 1707, 1698, 1704, 1710, 1628, 1667, 1647, 1701, 1585, 1640, 1579, 1594, 1713, 1710, 1713, 1716, 1591, 1640, 1625, 1646, 1526, 1674, 1655, 1631, 1637, 1710, 1707, 1710, 1701, 1604, 1713, 1661, 1597, 1622, 1597, 1637, 1598, 1594, 1710, 1637, 1625, 1594, 1631, 1719, 1637, 1625, 1716, 1652, 1668, 1713, 1640, 1689, 1616, 1704, 1582, 1606, 1701, 1695. That could be the end of the drill, folks, for here it's flattening out. Yeah, it looks like we're, okay, 1533, 1716, 1701, 1713, 1713, 1723, 1664, 1716, 1664, 1529, 1554, 1664, 1586, 1692, 1723, 1513, 1713, 1533, 1467, 1493, 1503, 1710, 1503, 1469, 1518, 1414, 1701, 1545, 1707, 1704, 1701, 1719, 1704, 1619, 1646, 1617, 1594, 1713, 1664, 1649, 1713, 1664, 1701, 1674, 1710, 1713, 1686, 1707, 1619, 1713, 1698, 1710, 1713, 1704, 1716, 1707, 1713, 1710, 1597, 1713, 1710, 1628, 1718, 1707, 1710, 1588, 1634, 1576, 1622, 25, 31, 1713, 1643, 1637, 1620, 1710, 1674, 1668, 1710, 1704, 1718, 1591, 1719, and these are all in megahertz. 1347, 1695, 1362, 1695, 1417. So it looks like 1695. They're testing all these frequencies that appear to be in the Project Bizarre band between 1,000 and 1,800 megahertz, or 1 to 1.8 gigahertz. 1787, 1723, 1677, 1719, 1549, 1515, 1573, 1713, 1631, 1588, 1646, 1597, 1613, 1723, 1640, 1536, 37, 73.
Am I peeing? No. No.
1701, 1551, 1445, 1387, 1457, 1460, 1554, 1555, 1710, 1640, 1576, 1630, 1539, 1524, 1698, 1521, 1484, 1542, 1463, 1696, 1707, 1482, 1417, 1335, 1707, 1429, 1490, 1325, 1399, 1408, 1354, 1454, 1438, 1420, 1701, 1432, 1362, 1408, 1710, 1435, 1416, 1396, 1719, 1698, 1577, 1300, 1716, 1530, 1463, 1426, 1408, 1701, 1319, 1338, 1698, 1701, 1707, 1331, 1374, 1335, 1319, 1341, 1212, 1200, 1767, 1531, 1286, 1698, 1249, 1233, 1246, 1719, 1365. I could go on, folks. 992. There's one under 1,000. Okay. There have been a few broadcasts of the 700 megahertz to the 900 megahertz, which is the location triangulation frequencies. But by and large, these are the Project Bizarre frequencies that have neurological capabilities. Now, granted, this only goes up to 8 gigahertz, but most of the frequency range is between 1,000 and 1.0 gigahertz and 1.8 gigahertz, so 1,000 megahertz to 1,800 megahertz. It appears that's the range of activity of the signals being emitted from the phones that are being remote controlled by this FEMA drill. This emergency broadcast alert appears to be broadcasting in the GSM frequency band, the microwave frequency band between 1 gigahertz and 1.8 gigahertz. There's another 700 and 650. Okay, 1341, 1115, 1087, 1695, 1057, 1390, 843, 889, 855, 870, 919, 864, 947. Now they're dropping. 943, 1289, 1588, 1600, 1567. Now, granted, some of this could be smart meter background. It could be a lot of things, folks. But by and large, this is what was being emitted from the cell phone. 1707, 1700. It looks like it's slowing down. It looks like we're kind of reaching still around 1700. Yeah, this is starting to look like normal activity for a cell phone. Where the data is activated. I don't have Bluetooth on, I don't have Wi-Fi on, so this is simply what is coming off of this phone, communicating with the towers during this drill. Okay, so 1704, 1429, 1258, 1276, 1286, 1400, 1434, 1325, 1267, 1331, 1692. And those are all in megahertz readings, folks, in the microwave spectrum. And of course, these are pretty low power, but nonetheless, these are frequency bands, folks. Different channels. They're going crazy with all these channels. It's like playing a piano 60 miles an hour with different keys. I don't understand the sequences here, but there's got to be a reason for these frequencies in this sequential pulsing. Okay. 1726, 1710. Looks like it's flattening out again. Phone's calming down. And by the way, I'm standing about 6 inches away from my phone. I'm not dropping dead. I'm not turning into a zombie cannibal. 1704, 1723, 1713, 1686, 1784, 1270, 1713, 1393, 1487, 1701, 1408, 1457, 1402, 1698, 1429, 1435, 1359, 1405, 1707, 1716, 1640, 1551, 1573, 1674, 1585, 1640, 1613, 1625, 1787, 1594, 1600, 1628, 1658, 1704. Looks like it's really quiet now. 1719, 1490, 1396, 1472, 1429, 1583. 1457, 1390, 1432, 1692, 1564, 1457, 1515, 1503, 1698, 1704, 1701, 1713, 1718, 1716, 1701, 1719, 1698, 1692, 1527, 1466, 1686, 1661, 1558, 1567, 1524, 1716, 1509, 1539, 1496, 1710. 1551, 1506, 1710, 1509, 1496, 1500, 1469, 1493, 1704. Seems like the 1700 band seems to be the most pronounced in terms of the intensity of the emissions. Once we hit 17, it really kind of, the power level goes up on this. So that seems to be a signal as we get close to the 1800 megahertz range, which are the Project Bazaar frequencies, that can initiate neurological effects. Yes, so 1414, 1396, 69, 1710, 1579, 1539, 21, 1490, 1518, 1710, 1567, 1648, 1692, 1518. I don't see any frequencies that are really outside of this range, which can be expected. Now, if I get away from the phone, not really going to pick up anything pronounced. 1310. Let me step away from the phone, a good distance from it, like 50 feet, and let's see what we pick up. Not really any clear, really strong signals. But there is a very large, or I should say, a very significant but not very strong background, which could be consisting of a lot of different stuff that this thing really isn't designed to pick up. Okay? But the goal of this was to really investigate what the phone was going to do in response to what it was being told to do, and what frequencies it was either communicating with the towers or emanating as a result of this test. Okay, so that's the reason for this video, is to study what the phone was doing in response to the test. Now we're back near the phone. Let's see what it's doing. 1674. Looks like it's slowed down at 1261. 1536. 1521, 1646, 1597, 1576, 1536, 1527, 1328, 1163, I've seen that one, 1396, 1136, that's a new one, okay, 1380, 1270, And once again, these readings are in megahertz. Looks like it's calmed down again. It's very possible we've reached the end of the test. Don't really want to stop rolling until 1475, 1506, 1402, 1454, 1469, 1707. There's another peak. 1606, 1585. I'm going to check what time it is. $11:34. Looks like the test is over. And these are normal background behavioral frequencies of a 4G phone. Now, granted, this is a 4G phone. I don't have a 5G phone, so it's a 4G phone. But these are pretty normal patterns of emissions coming off of a data-enabled phone. In other words, the data's turned on, so this is it's going to get text messages, emails, whatever. It's going to go back and forth with the tower, but nothing like we saw during the test. So that was a very interesting. Seems like there's a series of 700 megahertz, which locates the phone, and then after that, another 800 and something that continues with the location. Those frequencies at 672. So these are triangulation frequencies. 800, 900. They might be testing the location abilities of the phone now. Let's see. Flat quiet now, 00. All right, so this is October 4, 2023, and we've just kind of ran through the frequency emissions coming off of a 4G cell phone during the emergency alert nationwide test of all wireless devices. So what I've given you is indications of what frequencies were being released from a 4G phone between the ranges of 500 megahertz and 8 gigahertz. That's what the range is on this detector. So anywhere from half a gigahertz all the way up to 8 gigahertz, that's the range. And by and large, the majority of the emissions seem to be between 12 and 1800. We'll discuss that further, but I just wanted to kind of capture this rare moment in terms of electromagnetic frequencies, emissions, and how they stack up when the phone is remote controlled by the federal government. This has been another broadcast of the Fullerton Informer. Your host, Joe Imbriano, P.O. Box 4121, Fullerton, California, 92834. Signing off for the second time today, October 4th, 2023. Thank you, and in Jesus' name we go.